Hello. It's day 22 on coffee and humane tech. Where are we? What have we been up to? So yesterday was a pretty great day for me. Managed to hit everything I needed to, and that was demonstrated by my positive moods that I captured in thyself. Let me share my screen and I can show you where I ended up with the commenting on thyself. So here is the choose page. If you choose an emoji, you can see that there are now two rings. I think yesterday one of them was red and then one of them was white, but now they're both white with the prompt for the comment in the center. So if I drop in here, will be a different reaction from if I drop in here. So I must admit it's not the clearest piece of UI, but I think once you learn it, it's actually quite nice because you could just drop it in the first ring. But then if you're more eager to, you can add a comment just by placing it a little bit further in. So let's drop it in here. Leave a note about your feeling. Yesterday was a great day. And then hit done. So I've been reading this book called Insight by, I forget the author's name, Tasha Eurich, I think, Eurich. And I hit the chapter when it was talking about, it says a whole book about self-awareness. And I hit the chapter that was describing, or that was saying that you shouldn't ask yourself why you feel a certain way. And actually that's quite a bad mindset to get into because you're very focused on the problems there. So I'm wondering if I should change this to be a what question. So she said that the what questions were better for working out solutions to the problems that you have and reframing your mind so that it's more action oriented and that you stop focusing on things that were negative and start looking for the solutions. And apparently people that are more self-aware tend to do this more often. So I was wondering, and I've been deliberating on whether or not I should change this to a what question. So that might happen in the next few days based on feedback from users. I'm going to open up some discussion with those people about that. So if I hit done, it then just says take me back to your web page as it normally does, and then you're done. Also, you start to see the comments when you hover over the relevant emojis within the sort of dashboard screen. I'm thinking I need a way of indicating it as a comment on here, so I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Perhaps a little dot next to it, or an underline, or a shadow, a colored shadow behind it. All of those might work to suggest that there's a comment there. So that will be something else I will address at some point. Today, I'm going to be looking at a way of, well, so I've got it here, right? So which one was it? Which user story was it? I think it's this one actually. When my moods aren't being backed up, I want to know so that I can ensure they're being backed up safely. So when you sign up for an account or when you install thyself to begin with, you're not required to have a user account. And that comes at a cost of not being able to back up your moods. And we need to have the user account to back up the moods because we need the authentication because it lives on our servers. So I need a way of highlighting the fact that your moods aren't being backed up correctly. So I'm thinking that it would be good to maybe change the icon if they aren't being backed up, and also prompt within these screens to register for an account a bit more. I'm not going to use the word aggressively because I don't think that's the right way of doing it, but certainly making the user aware of the limitations if they don't sign up for an account. So the limitations with the default settings, as it were. So that's one focus for today. I'm also doing some outreach to a few people that I contacted on Facebook. So it's been interesting having conversations with them about their mindfulness practices and whether thyself would help them and facilitate more mindful experiences throughout their day. and whether that's something they're interested in at all. That's been positive. And also, I'm starting to think about pricing now. I would like to get a way inside the app so that I could actually be paid, so I can get some money in. And I think because I don't know what the pricing model is at the moment, there's two arguments to this. One is like saying just don't rush it, just let people have it for free now, and then let people experience it. But I would like a way at least of someone paying me. And so what I'm thinking of doing is just adding a Stripe payment form, which is super easy to add, that would give someone like lifetime access to all the features that are up and coming, and we will grandfather everything onto that package for like $5. It's like lifetime access for everything that comes up. And so that would be a nice way of validating whether people are interested in thyself at all, monetarily speaking, because I think it's one thing to install an app for free, and then it's one to actually pay the maker for what they provided. They're actually putting a stake in the ground and saying this is useful and I'm willing to pay for it. And that's really what I need to do is if we're going to turn this into a business, I need to validate that people are willing to pay for mindfulness activities. And I know they are generally, but I'm wondering this model, if they're willing to pay for a Chrome extension that's mindful, if they're interested in humane tech, and if mood tracking is important for them. And they're sort of those three things that do still need to be validated, and I should probably start focusing on validating each of those. Okay. So today, looking at introducing people to the account so that more people register for an account after installation. And that's it. That's my update. See you later.